Yo, the Pink Man just fucking dropped some news, boys. We got UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi in October, and the Pink Man just announced 4 fights for that card. Apologies, I sound like a fucking retard right now. I'm sick as fuck. But I wanted to do a quick reaction video just before this card, well, when I have to watch this card, and talk about the next Abu Dhabi card, which is going to be even more stacked and even crazier, because the fight announcements that he just made is Ilia Topuria vs Max Holloway, Khamzat Chimaev vs Robert Whittaker for 5 rounds in the co-main, Holloway vs Rakic, and then Volkov vs Cyril Gane. So yeah, crazy news. Let's talk about all of them real quick. This will be a short video. I won't yap for as long this time, because I actually don't think I can fucking talk for more than 10 minutes. But let's get into the video. First up, the main event, Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Topuria, yeah, thoughts on Topuria. Fuck him as well. And Max Holloway, fucking, he's a good fighter, but I fucking smacked him early in the days, So it's a good matchup. I'm looking forward to it, but I'll beat the winner easily. Look, I'm picking Ilia Topuria. It's interesting that it's on the Abu Dhabi card, because there were some rumours going around it was going to be on 307, and then the rumours when Islam said he couldn't fight because he's injured, then I think they were pretty much like, yeah, we need a massive main event. And I don't think they were going to risk trying to wait to see if they could do Bilal Shavkat, or they clearly didn't want to do Pereira vs Ankalaev, so they want a mega fight in the main event. Ilia vs Holloway definitely qualifies. Crazy matchup. I'm picking Ilia. I've been picking Ilia since the concept of this fight existed. I know a lot of people don't let Ilia fight Holloway on the way to the belt, bro. He'll lose. I've even after the Emmett fight, I was like, yeah, I do believe he beats Max Holloway. Look, Holloway's sick, and I'd love to see him win. It'd be sick to see him get the belt back, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I reckon Ilia is going to win. It would be crazy to see him get a finish. That would be nuts. But I do think Ilia is going to win by decision. Is going to be my prediction. I don't think this is a case of, Ilia just needs to find the knockout shot. Otherwise, Holloway's just going to school him for 5 rounds. Volk won the first. Ilia was having a lot of success against Volk. Could Holloway just put on a pace? Yeah. But I also think the fact that this isn't in Salt Lake City, it's not at altitude, that also is a favour to Ilia, so he doesn't have to worry about gassing out as much. But I think we hear the talk about how champions improve once they win the belt, and I do believe that's going to be the case with Ilia Topuria here. I think he's going to look real good. Holloway always struggles with the shorter opponents. He always gets cracked a lot in fights. His defense at lightweight looked great. He was bobbing and weaving. He was moving out the way of Gaethje's big slugging, big looping hooks, big meaty hooks, as Lucas Tracy would say. But at featherweight, Ilia's not throwing big meaty hooks. Ilia's throwing fucking crisp, sharp boxing, and he's fucking chinning you. He's nailing you in the chin, always. So yeah, I think Ilia can find the shots throughout the fight. Holloway probably wins the later rounds, but I think Ilia does enough in the first 3 to win. Ilia by KO, not out of the realm of possibility, or TKO drops Holloway bad. Could see it, but I am going to go with Ilia Topuria by decision. Let's move on, though, to the next fight. Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. I am going to pick... Who am I going to pick? I don't know. I might pick Whittaker, because Khamzat Chimaev, his immune system seems to be going downhill every fucking time we see him. He's about as sick as me right now. I'm fucking Khamzat maxing right now with the immune system. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust his cardio. Rob looked real good against Tikram. I know Tikram's not that good comparable to Khamzat. And it's in Abu Dhabi. Could I see Khamzat just going out there finishing Rob? Yes. Catching him with something, gets him down, subs him. Maybe. Maybe. But I do think that Rob is a very clean technical striker, obviously, I'm not saying anything fucking new here. And I do believe he can beat Khamzat. I'm going to have to watch some more tape. I'm going to have to figure it out. I'll probably end up picking Khamzat just because I always get vibes. I always pick vibes picks instead of actual logic. That's why I picked Ikram, which was retarded. But it was a vibes pick, not logic at all. But yeah, I could see both guys winning. I think the odds that they had the first time around are going to be a bit closer than what they were going into their first booking of the fight. I could see Khamzat being a -170, -180, something like that. But I do believe Whittaker can get it done. I'd love to see him get it done. I'd love to see him take the O from Khamzat Chimaev, but you do get the feeling that Khamzat could just aura max and plot armor his way to a victory. But yeah, I'm going to go with early lead, Whittaker by 49-45 decision. No, 40, what am I thinking? 49-45 or 48-45 or 48-46 or some shit like that. Maybe a 10-8 round in there for one of the two. Probably Hamzat gets the first round 10-8 and then Whittaker wins the last four. So maybe, 48-46 is how that goes. Yeah, 48-46 is what I meant to say. So 4 rounds to 1 for Whittaker. Hamzat gets a 10-8 in the first. That's what I could see happening here. Let's move on though to later TKO for Whittaker. Well, let's move on to the next fight. Next up on the card, Gane versus Volkov 2. This was already kind of like semi-official before. We kind of knew about this a couple of weeks ago. I am going to be picking Cyril Gane. Official now. Very good fight. Another top 5 matchup. Number 2 versus number 3. These Abu Dhabi cards and these Saudi cards are getting stacked beyond belief. Because we got a fucking banger main event title fight that would normally be in America, right? We got Hamzat Whittaker, top 5 guy Whittaker, massive undefeated prospect Hamzat. Then we got this fight, top 3 heavyweights, and then we got Ankalaev Rakic, 2 top 5 light heavyweights. This card is stacked as fuck. Be interested to see what the last fight on the main card is. Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige is already official, so that could be on there. Maybe they get like a Shara on there if he wins tomorrow or in like 2 hours time as I'm recording. But I am going to be picking Gane to win. I think he outpoints Volkov on the feet. I think it'll be a bit more competitive than last time. I think the first time they fought, it was like, from memory, 49-46 Gane. I think this time maybe we see 48-47. But yeah, what else? I don't know. Gane, yeah, I do think is a bit more technical. Volkov, I don't think he really implements the grappling too effectively, and I think you kind of got to implement the grappling if you're going to beat Gane. So yeah, I think Cyril Gane, no, this is not a good matchup for me. So why is not fight in Paris? I want to be main event, but when I said that he took that spot for me, not very happy, no. But I fight Abu Dhabi instead, I beat Alexander Volkov. And then they call for title shot because I not fight down in the ranking. Yeah, Gane, I'm surprised he took this fight, bro. I'm surprised it's not like, no, I was number 2 in the ranking. This guy number 3. I not fight down. I only fight up. I look for fight with Tom Aspinall, despite there's only one win against fat heavyweight, Sergey Spivak. No, even when I'm sick, I can still pull off a pretty good Gane impression. What do you reckon, chat? I want to say chat. But anyway, Gane, by decision, is the call in a 3-rounder, I reckon. Let's move on, though, to the... so it could be like 29... I don't know why I said 48-47. It's a 3-rounder, so probably 29-28 for Cyril Gane. But let's move on, though, to the last fight. Last fight to talk about is Alexander Rakic versus Magomed Ankalaev. It's actually funny because I live streamed earlier today and we saw that, because we're talking about the news that Ankalaev said he wasn't getting a title shot and he was fighting one more time instead. And I was like, it's probably like a Blachowicz rematch or a Krylov rematch or maybe Rakic. And then I was like, hang on, I doubt they would do a rematch. Dana White hated the first fight with Blachowicz. Krylov just seems random as fuck. I feel like he's going to fight like Roundtree or some shit, or like Gushkov. So I was like, maybe Rakic. And then 2 hours later, Rakic posts saying he's got fight news soon. And I'm like, okay, it's defo Ankalaev. I messaged my source. I was like, yo, is this what's happening? He's just like, can't confirm, but you'll find out in like an hour. He's like, fight, they're going to get announced. So I'm like, alright, sick. So yeah, this is a cool fight, and I was talking about on stream, I was like, I would low-key pick Rakic to beat Ankalaev. I think he's a good style matchup to beat him. And the reason I say that is because he's got, 1, leg kicks for days. We know how Ankalaev hates to deal with low kicks. He sucks at checking them. He gets damaged by them very easily, damaged by them a lot. Also, Rakic is fucking massive, big dude, and I do think he can stuff the takedowns of Ankalaev early, unless Ankalaev just immediately shoots and just Morab paces him and fucks him up that way. I doubt it, though. Ankalaev's not a primary wrestler. He does wrestle well, and he probably is still the best wrestler in the division, but he's not a primary wrestler. He does strike a lot, struck with Blachowicz, all that, and Rakic looked so fucking crisp against Yuri in round 1. He just then fell apart because Yuri just put it on him too much. I don't think Ankalaev just puts it on him and survives a beating on the feet. Do I think Rakic dishes out that beating in round 1? No. Ankalaev's obviously going to be harder to hit. But I also don't see him just gassing out and getting cooked later on and TKO'd on the ground. Like, I think this is a competitive fight. I think it goes decision. And I think I actually like Rakic's chances to win this one. So yeah, it's a really cool fight. One other one to talk about briefly. I already talked about Lauren Murphy versus Dan Ige in my other video, fight announcements reaction the other day, so that was cool. I'm probably picking Lauren Murphy by decision. But the other one is Marcos Rogério De Lima versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Weird fight. De Lima's ranked at heavyweight, and Nzechukwu's an unranked light heavyweight, going up, getting a ranked heavyweight. Really weird fight to make. I'll probably pick De Lima to grapple him. But maybe Kennedy's just like, all right, fuck you. You guys are blobs. I'm actually athletic. But he's got no chin and he lost to OSP, so I don't trust him. But that is the recap or the predictions done really quickly. That's the fight announcements. Quick 10-minute video for yous. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments who you guys are picking down below. I'm going Ilya by decision. I'm going Whittaker by late TKO or decision. I'm going Garn by decision, and I'm going Rakic by decision. So this card could end up being a whole bunch of decisions, but I think they'll be very fun fights regardless. And then obviously I'm picking Lauren Murphy against Ige, De Lima against Nzechukwu. That is the fights, guys. About to watch this card in like half an hour, so you guys enjoy that one too. And hopefully Corey Sandhagen wins, inshallah. Let's move on though to the end of the video. Peace out, boys. See ya. I'm so fucking sick. I sound so retarded.